She's resting. I think she's pregnant. No. Is this pregnant?
No.
The the tummy is really big.
Yeah. Come on. Let's come back later.
Ano siya? Natutulog siya. Ah, it's sleeping. Ah. That one. Hey, are you sleeping? Are you dead? He's really tired. Are you tired?
Balik lang tayo mamaya. Ayun yung isa doon eh, kumakain no. Ayan mga tamad yun eh, hulog.
Hey, hey.
Hold my hand. These other kids, and I want you to be distracted.
Okay. Look at that koala. Where's the other one? Oh, there, over there. Okay, this one and this one. Are you hungry? Oh, hinawakan yung kamay ko. Hinawakan yung kamay ko. You want more? Oh. You stand up. You stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Oh, you're so lazy. You stand up. You stand up. Stand up.
Great choice.
Stand up. Stand up. Come here. Come. Together. They're harmless. More? Don't stand up. Here. You wanna eat? Yeah, eat this one. Oh, don't. It's a kangaroo. It's all done. Step. Step. Ah!
Lazy.
Do you stand? Are you here? Here. This one. This one. This one. This one. You stand up. Stand up. Ah, nakatayo. No, no, no.
You're so friendly here. That will do. Oh, the video naman.
Cut niya yung ano.
Oh, yung plastic.
Hinawakan niya yung kamay ko. Nagutom na siya. This one. Nag-video ka?
Hmm.
grab the plastic. Don't grab. Oh no!
That will do.
Crocodile. It's underwater. So big. Look at that. Oh, it's so big. Looks, oh, it's really, really big. Snake. Ayan. Ayan siya. Ay, it's like lizard. Oh, there she is. Oh, yeah. It's a snake. Look at that snake. I think it's plastic.
No, it's real.
It's not moving? Ah,
Sleeping.
it's sleeping.
Behind her, in the purple and orange, we have Maverick. Alright. What you might have noticed is that some of our penguins have two different coloured arm tags on. Now this tells us they've come from outside of the park. Now we're a part of a breeding program that allows us to work with other zoos and sanctuaries. We're able to transfer penguins between each other, and this helps to mix up their genetic diversity as they go through their breeding. And I can tell you that the three newest additions to our colony is Maverick here. We've also got Stanley, who's swimming around out in the water, and Rossi as well. And these three boys were brought to us from Melbourne Zoo. And they were brought here in an attempt to get them some new girlfriends. I can tell you that it has worked. Maverick here has found his girlfriend with Mustard. Rossi has found his girlfriend with Coral, and Stanley is still living his best bachelor life. He hasn't found a girlfriend just yet, but hopefully he will by next season. Now Bruce here, he's got 2 of the same coloured arm tags on. This tells us he was born right here at Ballarat. Our most recent hatchling and our youngest penguin here at the park is a little penguin called Felipe. He's just popped his head up over there. He's got the double white armbands on. And he is only just over 1 year old. And he was raised by his parents, Halloumi and Tucker, for the first couple of weeks of his life. Then we hand raised him after that. And then at about 8 weeks old, he was big enough and strong enough to go for his first swim. And he absolutely loved it. He loved it so much, in fact, we couldn't get him out of the water at the end of the day. Now this isn't uncommon for our little penguins. They do love to spend their time swimming around. And in the wild, they'll spend about 80% of their time in the water. And because of this, they need to have a couple of really special adaptations to help them to survive out in the water. And one of them is their wings and their feet. Now, being birds, these guys do have wings, however, they cannot fly. Instead, those wings have specially adapted to help them to turn and spin and swim really quickly through the water. We'll see if we can get a couple of them to demonstrate now. Now, as fast as they look, these guys are actually the slowest species of penguin. The reason that they look so fast is because they use those wings and feet to help them to turn and spin really quickly. This helps them to escape their predators, as well as to catch their prey. And out in the wild, these guys are going to go and hunt small schooling fish, small squids and octopus, and small crustaceans. But as you can see, they don't have the best table manners in the world. They're just going to swallow their food whole, so they're not going to go and hunt anything much bigger than the pilchards we're feeding them today. Now another thing that helps them out in the water is their feathers. These guys have roughly 10,000 feathers all over their little body. They're very small and very closely packed together so that when they're swimming, a layer of air gets trapped in between their skin and the water, and this helps to keep them insulated, just like their own personal wetsuit. They also have their own personal swimming goggles as well. This is called a nictitating membrane. It's just a third eyelid that covers their eyes, helps them to see nice and clearly, and it helps to protect their eyes as well. Now, because these guys spend so much time out in the water, they can get a little bit tired. So what they'll do is they'll form groups and they'll float on top of the water in these groups called rafts. And they can take turns having little naps. And once they've done all their fishing and their hunting, they'll make their way back into the shallows. They'll wait until nightfall so that they've got a bit more camouflage. And they'll wait until the rest of the colony has joined them for safety in numbers before they make their way back up to the beach, back up to their homes. Now it's the boy penguins, or the male penguins, that build their homes, and they dig burrows underneath the sand dunes and in and amongst the bushes. They decorate these burrows with lots of leaves and sticks and flowers, making the prettiest nest possible. And hopefully the male penguin that has the best looking nest and the best singing voice will find himself a partner. Like other penguins, these guys are monogamous, which means they like to stick with one penguin at a time. However, unlike other penguins, these guys have the highest rate of divorce. Now these guys are quite seasonal birds, and we are not into our breeding season just yet. You can see them just about, you can hear them just about to start, I should say. We have just finished our molting season, so once a year these guys will go through a process called a catastrophic molt, where they will lose and regrow every single one of those 10,000 feathers at the same time, cleaning those feathers out and getting a brand new coat on. So you can see all of these guys look very pristine and clean. That is because they've just finished their molt. And then towards the end of June, these guys will start to build those nests up, start to lay those eggs, and a female will lay 2 eggs in a clutch. Then those eggs will start to hatch towards the end of the year around Christmas. Now, while they are quite good at turning and spinning and escaping their predators, as you can see in the water now, these guys will still be hunted down. And they'll be hunted down by things like sharks and seals and sea eagles. But as you can see, they are quite small and quite slow on land, so their main predators are things like foxes, feral cats, and dogs as well. Now, we're doing our part here as part of that breeding program to help these little guys out. However, if you are visiting any of the south coasts and you'd like to do your part, some really simple things you can do is just picking up rubbish after yourself, discarding your fishing lines and fishing nets properly, keeping dogs on leashes, and if you are lucky enough to see them out in the wild, just giving them their space and admiring them from afar. Alright, that about wraps up my presentation for today. Thank you so much for listening. If you'd like to stick around and ask any questions, please feel free. Otherwise, our next presentation will be the 1:30 Dingo presentation, just behind you over at the Dingoes. But once again, thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Mag-teacher man ako.
Hindi pa.
Buutin mo siya. Ano naman na?
I don't know. It's just starting.
Ano ba naman yan? May timer naman yan. You can see it.
11 seconds.
Ano ba yan?
Hello.
Seconds.
Yeah, it's tired of. Tapon mo na yung mga laman. Huwag yung shaker bag. Dalhin mo sa basurahan. Bigyan mo sa birds yan.
Here's the baby. Huwag mo siyang palabasin. He's eating, okay?
Go on. The tiger is there.
Ah, yeah. Please close the gate. Oh, the tiger.